As the world of investment becomes more mainstream and markets evolve to include new ways to invest and trade, potential investors are surrounded by ads promoting easy investing, lower fees, and convenience. But according to those who have been in the game for over a decade now, easy and cheap won't necessarily amount to profits for investors. Joining us now to give us a deeper understanding of this is Thomas Caldwell, chairman of Caldwell Securities Ltd. Sir, welcome back to Forum Daily.
Thank you, Nima.
And today we're talking about something very near and dear to your heart, sir, something you refer to as the big con. So what exactly is it?
I think investors have been subjected for years now to a barrage of advertisements and media bias indicating or trying to convince people that investment success is based upon the transaction cost, that is what you pay to buy or sell securities, or lower fees. That is absolute nonsense. You know, the whole key to investment success, it's about ideas, the quality of those ideas. It's also about controlling your emotions. That's critical. I've seen more money lost through emotional trading than anything else. So ideas and controlling your emotions. And the only way you can filter through both of those is with experience. And that means investment advice. So for me, I don't care what I pay in a transaction cost. I don't care what I pay in fees. I don't want the cheapest provider. I want the best provider. I don't hire analysts on how cheap I can get them. I hire them on the basis of how good they are. And that should be you as the investor thinking these terms. But they've been sold a big bill of goods. And I think it's a con in many cases, using skewed statistics and skewed numbers. For example, saying, why do I pay these excess fees? I can have all this extra money. Well, you're assuming you're not getting value for those slightly higher fees. You should not be focused on the fraction of 1%, whether you buy or sell. It's ideas and emotions. And that getting off that focus, frankly, is a lie. And I think it's false advertising in many cases.
And from the sounds of this, investors are being misled, sir. So do you think regulators should do something about this?
Well, let me put it this way. I think some of the advertisements are misleading. And yes, they should. But sometimes I think regulators are selective on the things they want to focus on, with their primary focus being more jobs for regulators. But I do think that they should maybe look at some of the advertising practices of some discount firms, really demeaning the rest of the industry and demeaning getting advice, or demeaning being sure of an idea or more sure of an idea, or the quality of ideas. I've been a trader my whole life, and not just a couple of decades, over 55 years. I know what works and I know what doesn't work. And most people do not have the temperament to be trading by themselves. I can tell you that. I can look back over my years and I can think of about 14 or 15 people I knew as traders who took their own lives because of the losses they endured.
Wow. Well, from the sounds of this, how does this impact investors and their portfolios in the long run through this discount investing, sir?
Well, it is. I'm not blaming discount investing. I'm blaming the practice of demeaning advice. And I think it does impact them because a lot of young investors are going to get killed, believe it or not. I mean, figuratively speaking, they're going to come out and they're going to be handed their heads eventually. And the advertising, I can buy a house with all the money I saved. No, if you're trading yourself, you're more likely to lose your house than to get your house. Or I love these ads. You know the ads, listen, are you still using our parents' old broker? Well, the parents and their old advisors are the ones who probably generated the money for them to have a down payment on their house, or to have the money to invest, or to get educated, or to be raised. So I think these types of advertising doesn't help people. And remember, there's a lot of information out there too. Too much information. Too much information is no information. So you need people to filter through what's important, because you don't know where the real deals are in great stacks of information that we're inundated with every day.
All right, sir, just about a minute left here, but how can investors really weed through all of these options and identify top quality investment professionals amid all of these mass brokerages to choose from?
Well, I think the most important thing is to go down and, I know people don't do it these days, go down and sit with a few people, interview them and see how you feel. And by the way, women are very good at this. And I know this sounds kind of sexist, but women are far more intuitive when it comes to sizing people up. So if you're married, bring your wife with you. But at any rate, go and meet a few people, talk to them. And you want to know, is this person experienced? And more importantly, is he or she for me? Are they just trying to sell me a product, or are they trying to be a truly legitimate client-first advisor? And there are lots of them out there. In my career, most people in this industry try to do the right thing. There can be people making mistakes, but most people try to do the right thing. And I think that's something we forget in the plethora of regulations we're inundated with. And that's driven brokers, like many of the brokers, away from covering small accounts. It's too costly. But go out and interview someone. That's the key.
Always a very informative conversation, Mr. Caldwell. Thank you again for your time today.
You're very welcome. All the best.